In the vast and breathtaking landscape of the Serengeti, where the golden savanna stretches as far as the eye can see, lies the ancient village of Endelea. This village, nestled amidst the tall acacia trees and the rolling plains, is home to the Mwanga clan, a proud and noble people known for their unyielding adherence to tradition and their deep connection to the land of their ancestors. Among the Mwanga, there is one who stands out, not just for her beauty, but for her wisdom and grace. Her name is Nia. With skin as smooth as the dark earth after the rain and eyes that reflect the endless sky, Nia is the embodiment of her people's hopes and dreams. She is the daughter of Mzinyoka, the clan's elder, and her future has always been carefully planned to ensure the continuation of her family's legacy. Nia has been groomed since birth to marry Jabari, a wealthy and powerful man from the neighboring Simba clan. Jabari is everything her family desires: strong, influential, and a master of the spear. His union with Nia is intended to solidify an alliance that would ensure the Mwanga's dominance over the surrounding territories. But despite Jabari's many qualities, Nia's heart is not his. For Nia's heart belongs to another, Kofi, a brave and skilled warrior from the MG clan, a people who for generations have been rivals to the Mwanga. Kofi's tribe, known for their courage in battle and their deep respect for nature, have always been at odds with the Mwanga, and a union between them is forbidden by both clans. Nia and Kofi first met during the annual Enkai Festival, a sacred event where the tribes of the Serengeti gather to honor their gods and ancestors. It was on that night, under the light of 1,000 stars, that their eyes met across the flames of the ceremonial fire. From that moment, their souls were entwined, and they knew that their love was something far beyond their control, a force as powerful and enduring as the land itself. But their love is a dangerous secret. As the tension between the Mwanga and Mji clans escalates, the two lovers find themselves caught in a web of intrigue and conflict. Nia's family, unaware of her feelings for Kofi, continues to push forward with her betrothal to Jabari, who grows increasingly suspicious of Nia's reluctance. The central conflict of their love story arises when the elders of the Mwanga clan announce the date of Nia and Jabari's wedding, a grand event that would unite the two most powerful families of the region. Nia, torn between her duty to her family and her love for Kofi, must make an impossible choice. She knows that defying her family would bring shame upon them and could spark a war between the clans, yet the thought of living without Kofi is unbearable. Kofi, too, faces his own struggles. As a warrior, he is bound by his loyalty to his people. Yet his love for Nia compels him to consider a future where they might be together, even if it means abandoning everything he has ever known. The weight of their respective legacies presses down on them, threatening to crush their love under the burden of tradition. As the day of the wedding approaches, Nia and Kofi meet in secret, under the cover of darkness, amidst the tall grasses of the savannah. Their stolen moments are filled with a bittersweet mix of joy and sorrow, for they know that their time together is running out. They speak of running away, of forging a new life far from the eyes of their clans, but both know that such a dream is fraught with peril. In the final days before the wedding, Kofi makes a bold decision. He approaches the elders of his clan and declares his love for Nia, asking for their blessing to unite the two tribes through their marriage. His request is met with outrage, as the elders view such a union as a betrayal of their history and a threat to their power. Kofi is branded a traitor and is banished from the MG clan, forced to flee into the wilderness. With Kofi in exile, Nia is left to face her fate alone. On the morning of her wedding, dressed in the finest shukar, her face painted with the symbols of her people, she stands before Jabari in the village square. But as the elders begin the ceremony, a commotion arises in the distance. Kofi, battered and weary from his journey through the wild, emerges from the crowd. He strides forward, his eyes locked on Nia, and challenges Jabari for her hand. What follows is a fierce and desperate struggle, not just between Kofi and Jabari, but between the old ways and the new. As the two men clash, the sky darkens and a storm begins to brew, mirroring the turmoil in Nia's heart. The villagers watch in stunned silence as the battle rages, and in that moment, Nia knows what she must do. In a final act of defiance, Nia steps between the two men, stopping the fight. She declares that she will not be a pawn in the game of power and tradition, and that her love for Kofi is stronger than any bond of blood or duty. Her words echo through the village.
And for a moment, all is still. The elders, moved by Nia's courage and the strength of her love, finally relent. They agree to end the feud between the Mwanga and Memji clans and bless the union of Nia and Kofi. The storm passes, and the sun breaks through the clouds, shining down on the newly united tribes. In the end, Nia and Kofi's love triumphs over the forces that sought to keep them apart. Their marriage becomes the foundation of a new era for their people, one where love and understanding prevail over hatred and division. Their legacy is not just one of love, but of peace, a legacy that will be remembered for generations to come.